Hello. How is everyone? Can y'all see me and hear me, or at least see my avatar and hear me? How is everyone? Let's see who's in here. Put my thing back up here. Miss Eve. Sweet Miss Eve is always here. Thank you, Miss Eve, for coming in and helping me. I do appreciate you, sweet lady. I'm too honest for this. I'm ready for this one. It's going to be a good one, I think. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Miss Smith. Hello, Miss Smith. How are you this evening? Very good. Very good. Hello. Hope everybody is good. We might have a couple of creators come in. We may not. We'll see um, if they have time. Doing okay? Are y'all staying cool? It's hot as uh, hot. It's hot here. Hot, hot, hot. I think it was, let's see, 90, like yesterday was 91, feels like 101. So I was almost afraid to look today because it felt like it was even hotter today. But it is the summer and it is Louisiana, so that's just how it's going to be, right? That is just how it's going to be. That's all right. We'll stay cool. We will stay cool. Sharon may be here. She's working, so I don't know if she'll get off in time to come up here, but she might. And then Mandy has been so busy with her grandbaby that she hasn't even been able to go live on her channel. Cool here, 62. Oh, 62. Oh, that's nice. I like the summer. I do. I like the summer. And I'm glad for the summer. You just forget. You don't forget how hot it is, but you forget how quick, like here. I don't think we have a spring. Everybody has a spring. But I think that our flowers know that it's springtime, and the trees know it's springtime, and the pollen knows it's springtime. But the heat, summer just come in and said, "Spring, go sit down somewhere," because I'm already here. So we got the spring flowers, but we got the summer heat already. Rainstorm today cooled it down to the 70s. Yeah, we had one like the other day, but it was late in the evening, and I'm like, it's like, oh. Why late in the evening? We need it light now. But yesterday, it was like last night. It was like the sky was lit up because it was like heat lightning. And then today we had a thunderstorm, like thunder come up and bad cloud, but no rain. I'm like, and like a big gust of wind came and blew all my floats out of the pool, and I had to go collect them all back up. I'm like, great, just long enough to blow everything out, and then you just die down again. Yeah. Change that, so never know when we're getting it. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Mimi Jean. There you are. How are you? How are you doing? Glad you're here. Glad you are here. Good, good. Well, I'm pretty good. My Tigers won the World Series, so. Oh, there's Appalachia Skies. How are you, love? You are right. I bet you, Mel, because you're not only are you out on the tarmac, are you on the tarmac or are you at least inside? I mean, all that metal, and it's got to be hot. Ugh. Y'all need those, like, how they make heated floors and they make heated seats and stuff. They need to make y'all air conditioned concrete, so it keeps y'all cool when you're laying under those things. Oh, I still want a grilled cheese, right? Those never get. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is for those, right? Listening in the bushes. Hey, I love the bushes. I spend a lot of time in other chats in the bushes. That's why they don't ever know I'm there until I hit a milestone, and then I have to say hi because I just hit my milestone. So, oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. So hot though, laying on that. I can only imagine laying on that concrete. And the same in the winter, I imagine it might be cold too. Hi, Black Skies. How are you? Glad you're here. I'm coming on a little earlier because well, one, I wanted to see I know a lot of people can't be up that late and I get it. So I wanted to see if more people could join. And sweet Mandy hasn't been able to join me because she's been so busy. So I thought since she hasn't been able to join me, I'll just try going a little earlier. Wait, let me read that again. And oh really? Well, you know the pilots. Yeah, they can be they can be pilots sometimes, right? We'll just leave it at that. I'm good. I'm good. I wanted to come live last night, but we had to go pick up the other cabinet because we're redoing our kitchen. So I had to go pick up the last two cabinets that are on this side of the kitchen. We had to go pick them up last night, and I'm like an hour, a little over an hour from any Home Depot, Lowe's, or anything like that. So we got back late. Yes, it is very much appreciated. Very much. I think when I looked today, I try not to look, but when you go into your studio, you can't help but see what your sub count is at. It's hard to not see it. So I think I have 379. So 120 something, and we'll be monetized. That's still a little ways though. That's still a little ways though. So tonight I want to talk about summer, which we've been talking about summer this whole time, but um, I want to talk about the relationship that I get, I feel, and I have always felt. Yes, yep, just hard work and you know people putting me out there and y'all coming in and liking and subscribing and all that. I mean, yeah, if without y'all, I wouldn't be here. So I totally appreciate everybody. I do. So my so for Summer and Rose, I know that they never met, you know, um, and they were in two different states. And I know, I mean, I think it's odd to have more than one person in the family disappear or go missing. That's very odd to me. Um, and the family dynamics is up and down. You know, their family dynamics is not good. Um, but I feel like the shirt. I feel like not only is there a family connection between the two, but Candace really did not care for her sister. And I know that people are like, "Oh, that's a rumor. That's not true. She did like her sister." But I get a jealousy there, and there's always a little bit. If you have a sister, um, there's always that little bit of jealousy because it's just how it is. Your siblings. Like my grandsons can be jealous of each other sometimes. It's just a thing. Um, but Rose, and I'm not being ugly or anything, but Rose was prettier than Candace, but Rose carried herself in a different way. The attitude, the just she just seemed like she carried it. And I don't know a lot about Rose, just from what they put out. They didn't put out a lot about Rose. And maybe there was things about her they didn't put out there that I don't know. You know, I'm not saying she was way more perfect than Candace. I'm just saying she was different. Um, yeah, family secrets. Yep. Um, yeah, yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. Yep. And they were a little. I don't know how far apart in age really they were. So when Rose went missing, she was 21. But I don't know how old Candace was when Rose went missing. So I don't know the age difference of them two. And age difference will make a difference. Um, like my daughters are almost 4 years apart, and growing up, not so much friends, best friends, but now they're best friends. I mean, you better be careful if you're going against one, you're going against the other. They are best friends now. Growing up, not so much, because 4 years is a lot of difference in school age. When you got teenagers hanging out and friends hanging out. You know, so I agree. Some of that is normal, a normal jealousy thing, but I think I think that she was more jealous. I think there was more to it, in my opinion. Um, Yeah, that's right. They can and fight at the same time. Yep, they can. And you better not pick on one. If you pick on one, then you're picking on the other. And I have a younger sister. I have a younger sister. So, yeah. And my husband had two older sisters. So they used to, he's probably going to kill me. Um, if he ever knew. Well, he don't watch my lives anyway, but if he did, he would kill me. They used to dress him up like a little, because he was way younger than they are. There's like 10 years difference. So when he was a baby, they would dress him up, and they're like a little doll, and take care of him. And when he would do things to their stuff, they would take his crayons. He would take their crayons and melt them in the easy bake oven. I mean, he did stuff to his sisters. He probably deserved it. But hi, TJ. How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, TJ. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you. Uh, yes, TJ. I'm trying to get down here. So, can you tell me, in y'all's opinion, um, do y'all know a lot about Rose's case? Put a one in the chat if you know about Rose, or a lot about Rose case, or you don't know anything. Put a two if you don't know anything. That's good, TJ. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. Because her case, so I was going to do her case. Probably, you probably have heard me say it. I was going to cover her case whenever she went missing. Um, and that was my plan, was to cover her case. But she went missing, and then we just went straight into summer, and I didn't get to. So TJ, you know about Rose. Okay. Miss Smith don't know a lot about Rose. Okay. So am I, Lolly. Yeah, Lolly went on vacation. I hope she is enjoying herself. She went to the lake, right? That's what I'm planning on doing because I did a reading on her. It's on my other channel, on the Looking Glass. I did do one on her. Um, and that's why I think, thank you, TJ. I know that when you can, you'll be here, and you're always really good about helping me out. And me and Mandy late at night. TJ is usually one of the ones that stays with us till the end, and I appreciate TJ's support when me and Mandy are on late at night. Um, they come in and TJ comes in and gives us lots of support. We appreciate that. She went to the lake for a couple of days. Yeah, I haven't been able to get in her chats lately because during that time when Lolly goes live, I usually still have my grandkids, so it's kind of noisy because there is three of them. So I was able to pop in her live yesterday, I think, because it was kind of a quiet time, which don't happen often. Yes, y'all. I mean, I'm y'all just hang out with us till, I mean, you hang out with Mandy and us. We'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning, and they'll be just supporting us. Took the dog out. I know. A little bit about Rose. Well, there's not a lot. I did, Mimi Jean. I did do a reading on Rose. Yep. Let's see, this is my book I got her in. I did it back in December 6th, 2022. I did a reading on Rose. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's where I know what you meant, TJ. Yep. Um, that's where I get a lot of my feelings about Rose is from that. Because there's not a lot of like stuff out there about Rose. Um, there is like the information that I had was that, so on August 21st, 2009, she went missing. So she left her residence. She was going to Cushing, Wisconsin, and which is from her house is 30 miles from her house in St. Croix? Did I say that right? Croix? I hate mispronouncing name. Falls. That's where she lived. And she was going to Cushing, Wisconsin, which was 30 miles from her home. Her car was found in Grantsburg, Wisconsin, in a parking lot, which is used for like truck drivers usually, like, they'll park there at night and stay. I think they've even left their trailers there. And so I don't even know if that place still exists. I wanted to go on Google Maps and see if I could find it. It really doesn't, but it doesn't tell you what parking garage or parking lot she was found. It just tells you the town where it was found in. But her car was found there. So, and that's all the information you get. But I do have some stuff in here that I'm going to share about her. And I got the first video I have up here is I want to look at Don. This is his latest interview on Summer's 4-year missing. So I'm going to play it too. But let's see. I talked to Rose Black's husband in chat and what Lisa Kay cover in that case. Yeah, he was in quite a few that I was told. I don't know. He was in quite a few. There we go. Quite a few different chats, and through some of the research that I had done, they were going to, either she was asking for a divorce or he was asking for a divorce. Or it could have been mutual. And I also know that both sides, which I was a little surprised about it. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's just because you get in that mindset that it's always the female that gets, you know, DV and all. But I my understanding is there was a case against each of them, so she had one and he had one, um, which is no reason for her to go missing. But I'm just saying I was kind of surprised to hear that. Now I don't know if that's true. I would have to do more research to find that, but that's kind of rumor, so I don't want to say that for a fact. Let's see. Okay. He was very nice to me and answered yeah, I heard he was very nice. I did hear that. And I can't remember whose chat he was in because that's been a minute. That's been a minute. But I do remember them saying that he was very friendly, he was very nice, and he just was very forthcoming. He didn't try to um, answer around the questions. He did, and I have not. I don't think he. No, I know I didn't talk to him. Um, but if he had of, I would have. I would have. If I'd had a channel at the time, I would have brought him on and talked to him because he could tell us about Rose. He could tell us what she liked to do. Because you're not going to get those answers probably from Candace. Like, what was she like? What did she like to do? Where did she like to go? You're probably not going to get that those kind of questions from answers from her. But I think they moved too. Also, I think she had two girls. Do I have that information down right? I can't. I don't have that part down, but I thought she had two little ones. Hello and welcome, BJ Pal 63. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you. It was said that Rose was trying to get custody of Candace. Yeah, I heard that too. And I will tell you, that was going to be part of my next discussion, part of discussing Rose. I'm glad you brought that up. I had also heard that it was the two oldest ones because I had heard that she had them for a year, kept them for a year for Candace. Um, I don't know why, but she had actually had them for a year and was going to go for custody, and that was one of my thoughts too, also of maybe why she went missing. Yeah, horses. Thank you for coming in. Two girls. Okay, I thought so, Mimi. I thought so, but I didn't want to, because when you look up, there's not a lot on her. Um, that's when I said I wouldn't mind having him here to ask questions. If he would want to talk about her. Um, I don't go into other creators' stuff and bring stuff up. I'm sure there's more information out about her, but I didn't want to do that um, because I don't want to get struck. I'm just getting up there. I'm just trying to get started, and I definitely don't want somebody striking me. So um, I did see some stuff about her, but they were on other channels. Right, right, TJ. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if it could have been if she took them, maybe she owed somebody something, or if she um, was telling on a certain someone that she was knew in her family. Uh, Maybe they did not want her to tattle. You know, in my opinion, only, and I have no proof. Absolutely no proof. But her sister and brother-in-law know what happened, and her mom. That's my opinion. That's my feeling. I also got that in my reading too, that it was somebody close to her and somebody that she knows, um, that was able to get her trust, and because she was going, from my understanding, she was going to a cousin's house, I think. I don't know. No, they're older. They're like grown. They should probably be grown by now. So they should be out on their own. There is, and I'll write this down so I can double check myself, because I don't want us to give a wrong number. So I'm going to write this down and make sure I ask. If Cher comes in here too, I'll ask her. She probably knows. But I think that Candace had 7 kids. 7, I believe. And she has none of them. I was thinking, let me see what you say up here. Let me go back up here just a second. Oh, I know Lolly won't. I didn't even look to see if Lolly had stuff on Rose. I didn't even look. What I did was, I looked, just put her in, as missing, and I went through, and I didn't see Lolly, but I seen like other creators, and I was like, I better not. I better not, because like Evil Exist, I've used their stuff before, and they've never struck me. But there's some on there that I'm like I don't know if, I'll just say it like this: his channel is a girl's name. I don't know if he would strike me, but I know Lolly wouldn't. Yeah, but I didn't see anything on Rose. I might have to go back and look, and then maybe share that, because that will help Lolly too. Yeah, I think they're grown, right, Mimi Jean? Yeah. Thank you, TJ. Thank you. Both are on their own. Okay. Okay. Yep. Because they're probably like maybe in their 20s, maybe. They think she got with the wrong people. Yeah, and that's true. I mean that's true. That could be true is what I meant to say. Yeah. Is that Eve, is that law enforcement that think that, or is that family? Hello, Angie's Life. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you. Got distracted by Rose. Call me crazy if you want, but Rose case gives me a bad juju work. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sadly, and I don't even want to say it out loud, because you know how you say stuff out loud and it will happen sometimes, as they say, you manifest things and they will happen. I don't know that we'll ever know where Rose is at unless somebody says anything. Yeah, I will. I'll look TJ and see if she has anything. Cause yeah, I know Lolly wouldn't, and I wouldn't. She could take my stuff too. Absolutely. She gave a little girl. Okay, yep. Or they took her. Yep, yep. So I can't now. Boys and girls versus how many girls and boys? I don't know that. I don't know that ratio right there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now see, I just feel like they know, because I just feel like they were a part of that. If you play music very low, stop it and talk a little bit. They can't strike you. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, TJ. Let me write that down. Where's my? There we go. I did not know that. Okay, see, I'm learning. I'm learning. Angie's live. Hello. I'm so glad you're here. And Rose was so young, 21. 21. It's so sad. And her little I don't know how old her little girls were. They had to have been little. Um you know, talking about that, I'm too honest for this. I feel like that they have a family karmic thing that is just, it's just not good. It would take one of the children, like Josie or Wyatt or Waylon or um well, those three. It would take one of those three to kind of break that, kind of turn it and cleanse it and put it in a different direction. Because it's, you know, there's all those cycles, you have to break them, like whether they're um, abuse cycles, drinking cycles, anything bad, negative like that. You have to be the first. You have to be that one to break it and want something better. Yeah, unless it's art. Yep, yep, yep. I agree, TJ. Yep, I agree. I don't see that as, because she's been missing since 2009. Yeah, 2009. Lisa K has a lot on Rose. I don't think she would strike me, but because I've had her on my channel before. But I would definitely ask her first. Two girls and five. Okay, two girls and five boys. Okay, and as far as I know, they're all alive except for Summer. Oh, two girls, five boys, and then Summer. So there's eight. So there's eight kids. It's crazy. I mean, if you don't want kids, why just keep having them? I have good guess. Never say never. Stranger than, yeah, right. Susan Morphew. Yep, that's right. And that is, I knew he used a tranquilizer gun on her. I know. I just knew he did. I just knew he did. So sad. Right, and I always do that. I always have Eve or someone drops, like Evil Exist. I used her stuff, and Nature Lover. I used her stuff, and she didn't strike me either. And I dropped her link too. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. It's connected. I agree they are connected. And if you noticed in the interview that Chris Madonna had with Candace, you notice when they go in to the living, I guess you call it. I don't know what you call it. The room where Rose's picture was. You kind of notice that she really kind of went over that really quick. Like she didn't want to talk about that any. Yep, yep, I do. I need to get the time. I need to get the time. Yep. 21 years. Yeah, I agree. You're just starting your life. You are. You are just not really experienced hardly anything. Right. Both sides of their family. I agree that both sides are just, the karmic is cycle is bad. Someone would have to, yep, they would. And maybe Josie or Wyatt or, Waylon, maybe they can do that. There's always hope in them. Um, and I don't know if the two small ones are together or not. I don't know because they haven't said really anything about them. Said that Don never met Rose, never knew her. Isn't that odd that he never knew her and never met her? That's just odd. I'm not saying it couldn't be true. I'm just saying that's odd. That is so odd. TJ. You're true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. What any other side say is, yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, it's just, it's like, um, it's dark. Like people think that it's weird when you say, like, if I go in a, like, I love to shop for antiques and go into vintage places and stuff. But if I walk in there and I feel like weird right then, I'll just tell my husband, nope, let's go. Because that's the thing, you can feel it. You can, I mean, and so you can, sometimes you can see it's just like dark energy around them. For me, it is. Mhm. TJ. Yeah. 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 And I hope I make it through. I mean, if I get struck, it would be not because I intentionally was trying to take somebody's stuff, because I'm just not like that. That's just not me. Do you hear the cat up here? He's trying. I put him over there because he kept trying to lay on my keyboard. Yeah, he's trying to lay on my keyboard. Yes, you are. I hear you are. Just like Scary Barry. That's right. Didn't he look lovely in his mugshot there? And they said he changed, somebody I read somewhere where he changed his name, and I'm like, really? He changed his name to what? Hello, my friend Megan. Hello. Hello. Y'all have to check Megan's channel out. Megan, drop your link. I was on her, what night did we, Sunday night. I was on Megan's live Sunday night. We talked about Sebastian and Summer. So y'all will have to go over there. And if you have a channel, please drop it. Appalachian Skies, I know you have one. Um, Miss Eve, you have one. So drop them. Drop them like they're hot. Get them in the chat. Get them in there. Ugh, get out the way, boy. You don't believe, oh my goodness. You don't believe that we'll ever, you don't believe that he changed his name? Is that what I've said so much? I can't keep up with my own stuff. Mhm. Megan has a couple of different channels too. At least I said it politely. Well, yeah. I mean, well, it's true though. I mean, if it quacks like a duck, it probably is a duck. Right. Energy is one thing that doesn't like. Yep. Hello, Wandering Hearts. Welcome. Welcome. Got to remember Dawn in Kansas was in Arkansas getting ready to head to Tennessee when Rose disappeared. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what part of Arkansas they were in, but I had heard that. But I do know when and I haven't, that reading was, like I said, was 2022 that I done that. So I probably should do an update on hers. But I definitely got that it was somebody close to her, somebody that she knew. Oh, thank you, my friend. It was a wonderful live. Yes, yes. Was a wonderful live. Absolutely. Anytime I'll be on there with you, my friend. Anytime. I know. He aged. He really has. You can tell he's been worried. You can tell he has been worried, and he just had to have known it was coming. He moved a long way away to get away from it. Yes, it is the ginger kitty. How did you guess? Showing his butt, putting his butt. Yep, there's Miss Eve's channel. Ooh, why did that do that? That was weird. Okay. Oh, you don't believe that he didn't meet Rose? I don't either. I find that odd to believe. I mean, I would just uh, hard to believe. I would just think that, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just my. I think your cat always does that. I think because my cat's always being noisy and loud, always. Right? Hopefully nowhere near. That's why I was asked where in Arkansas. Sir, carry it on over there. Okay. Oh. Let's see. All right. So the first video I got, let's see, let me read these before we start. Right? Absolutely. Their credibility is not. Their credibility is not. Thank you, Megan. She just subbed to everyone. Yep. Okay, listen, you have got to quit interrupting. Okay. Yes. Yes, because he is 8 months old and I gotta get him to the vet. Right, right. Because he's a ginger kitty. Talking, talking, always talking. Always. Always talking. This cat. I'll grow up now. Never grow up. Never grow up. Okay, so the first video I'm going to bring up, and I'll warn you, it's Don Wells, so gather yourselves so that it doesn't scare you as I'm bringing it up. I fixed all my cats at 5 months. Yeah, I have. So Toby Binks is fixed. He's already fixed, and Tinsel is fixed. But because we got a new dog, puppy, he had to go. He's been having to go to the vet, and so this one is scheduled to go next month, the hottest part of the month. He's scheduled to go get his McNuggets removed, and he's not going to be happy with me. He's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. He's not going to be happy with me, and he's probably going to be no. Because when I got Toby Binks done, you can't get him back in his kennel to get him to the vet. Good luck, because he takes them feet and just presses them down so hard, and then he does this. And he stretches his legs out like this, and he's like, "Nope, I'm not going in there." And I'm like, "Oh." So it's a struggle to get him to the back to the vet. So the yeah, I didn't know what else to call him without that's Tinsel. Do you hear her? She doesn't like either one of the men. She doesn't like them. She's like, I don't like either one of these men. I'm mad at you because you even brought them in this house. What'd you say? It's always good to be with whoever. That's right. Okay, so this is your warning. I'm fixing to bring Mr. Don Wells up. This is his last video interview that he did on Summers for um, year missing. So here he goes. So let me go back in here. Hold on. Let me go back to the one I want. Now, let me see why I did that. Hold on just a second. I'm looking for it. Don't think it'll let me do it this. It will. There. Okay. Let's see.
It's been really
Yeah, there it is.
um,
It just looked weird at first. Okay. So here we go. This is his. I guess this was like right before summer, right before her 4 year in a year from missing. Let me go back over here. There we go.
these the social media groups would attack anybody that we knew, any employer that we worked for, and so it made it really hard for us to obtain employment and all these things. But there's been people that's helped us, along the way, and we really appreciate that. It's, for sure. But we're just hoping, God will turn it all around.
I don't even know. What did y'all think about his interview? He said a little bit more. He said that one's kind of cut short. The other one, he said he lets his private investigators handle it. And I'm like, when did he get private investigators? And why does he have them? That was my next question. I'm like, why do you have private investigators? So I was really curious, but that's all they said. And they're females. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I don't know why he said that. He's like, we just let my private investigators handle it. We don't respond back to it. And I'm like, right. Right. In my opinion. Yeah, I don't, because he kind of made us a smirk when he did that. Like, because why would you need private investigators now? I okay, Tinsel, get out the way. Yeah, yeah, because he don't. I mean, he don't have. I mean, I don't. He didn't have them before, so I was like, why would you have? Why would you have private investigators 4 years into it? Now, we know the private investigator reached out to him um, with the tip. Now, is that the private investigator he's talking about? Oh, yeah, there you go. Because Tim is paying for him. Mm-hmm. They just suck for 4 years. That's true. Right. Because they haven't come up with anything, have they? So I don't think he's talking about this investigator that just private investigator that just got up with him with the last tip, because I'm pretty sure he said females. With these were females. Right, it is. Yep, it is. Let me go back in here. Um, see what else he has to say. Where did it go?
Many times I've wanted to go back out west and everything else, but this whole thing has tied us down to right here. We can't do anything, you know, not really. I mean, yeah, this whole thing's tied us down to this area for 4 years now. No, I don't think we. That's really kind of a tough question. For one thing, law enforcement and a lot. I mean, to me, it seems like law enforcement and me and her as parents or whatever do not get along. They see things quite differently, kind of insulting and insinuating. And to me, it seems like they kind of, look down on you a lot. I mean, it hasn't been.
Now, what is he doing that he has always done? He's always said that they were insulting, and it always goes back to me, to them. Like, we're being mistreated, or we're upset, or we can't go do what we want to do because this ties us down. It always goes back to them. It's never, you know, we're doing this to find Summer, or we're doing this to. It's never that. It always goes back to him and them, what they can and can't do, and what is so aggravating. That is so freaking aggravating. So aggravating. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, going to a night dip. A skinny dip? A skinny night dip? Hmm. I swear he's got to be a cousin. This, yeah. Right? TJ. You could be correct. You could be correct. It's so he's just oh my god. You be going skinny dipping? You going skinny dipping? Really? I could too if it wasn't for the daggone mosquitoes. Take me off. I get it. No, no, you're right. No, you're not offending anybody. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. Nope. Mm-mm. So let's go listen to this creature talk some more.
And very good. I mean, they tore our house apart 11 times.
Jesus.
Why? I mean, why? That just don't even make sense. They searched and tore our house apart 11 times. I've never even heard of that before. I mean, to me, I don't know. They really hurt. The whole thing has really hurt me and Candace a lot, but we're still hanging in there for our kids and trying to do what's right. And then holding out hope that Summer will be found. Well, I mean, they can only do so much. I mean, uh, I think there was a lot more going on during the Biden administration that they're just starting to scratch the surface of. And hopefully they'll continue with a lot of this investigative work. And we've heard stories, that of things going on. And
What has that got to do with Summer being missing? I don't. I'm kind of lost. I, there's a house behind me, but I have a force blocking them, and one across the street, and they can't see through my house. I don't have anybody around me, but woods and cows and cornfields. Right. Just complaining about tearing their house up and going through it. So, I mean, if you can sit there and talk about, count how many times they went through your house, but you can't remember how old Summer is. I don't get that. I don't get that. How can you not remember exactly how old she is? Right? I mean, right. Bush. As a little boy on TikTok says, bullshit. Bullshit. Just thought there was a link somewhere. Summer and Sebastian. They're not too far apart, as in miles. Yes, we do. We respect all of them. You're right. Yep. That's why I'm pro on a life penalty. To a prime example. Yep. Got a bunch of. Yeah. Yes, I do. If they are. Yep. The bulls aren't even in there with them not this time of year. Yep. Right. What about Summer? Can you talk about her? Never. It's always, poor pitiful us, how, what we're going through. He just makes me sick.
higher ups and stuff, but lawsuits and other things. But I don't know. Well, we know she was. You know what I mean?
Huh.
She was there one minute, and the next she wasn't. You know, down the dog trail. I think so, because that search dog. And I've said it before. That search dog, when it first smelled her clothing or whatever it was, that dog went straight down that dog trail and then lost its scent by the roadside. And I don't know. One policeman said that. I don't know. There's a couple different things. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Mhm. Now, the other night, me and Megan were talking about Summer, and we were talking about the dog trail and the road. And I had thought that Don had said in one of his interviews that um, they lost Summer's scent on the dog trail. Um, and somebody else thought it was the driveway, I guess what you'd call the driveway. But he just said the dog trail, and then he's like, but they said so much stuff. So, which one was it? Which one was it? Yep, yep. They talk about the dog trail too. Not, they said they hit, but even when they got on there and said they didn't hit, they still insist on. It's like they just didn't even hear what they said. It's like they just ignored what they said. If I ever wish Carmen would let me see the whales and sepia cake. Yep, yep. It seems like karma and justice is slowly just, you know, right? He is lying. And see, he just said we can't go anywhere and do any. We want to go what, back east is what he said or something, but we can't go anywhere and do anything because of this. Why? Candace can stay there, and you can go back east and work. I mean, You're not doing anything there to find her. You're not helping. You're not helping the process. The PFs are disgusting, in my opinion. I can't believe the things they have said about Sebastian. They don't even try to act like they care. Right. So out of touch with reality, just like the Wells. Yep. They don't act like they care. And somebody, now this is just totally, and I seen it, I didn't even go in and look at the video, the creator's video. Um, but her title said that Chris and Katie were on drugs the night of the America's Most Wanted video, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know that I would be saying that, but without proof, of that. But I didn't go in and watch the video, so I don't know. I don't know if they if that's true or not. Dave Rader, I believe, said it was the driveway. Yeah, see, I heard driveway, and then I heard, but you always hear Don Wells say the dog trail. But that, I think the reason he says that is because he's so fixated on that dog trail, because he wants people to believe that that's how she was taken. He doesn't want them to think she was put in a car. At first, he didn't want that. Now you hear him say, well, she was put in a car and taken. Okay, well, if she was put in a car and taken, she couldn't have been taken down the dog trail. It was one or the other. It was one or the other. Oh, this told me everything in my even though they were in this. Yeah, they do have very bad energy. Hi, Annie. And I meant to say hi when I read your message. It was yeah, but he says something different, and it's like, well, if you talk to them, why are you saying something different? If you actually talk to them, and then he'll say, but I don't know which one it was. So I don't think he remembers what he says from one day to the next. Say, okay, yeah, I forgot about that. I'm not supposed to say that, am I? I forgot about that. Yeah. 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 No, it was probably me when I said that other word. It was me. So the new PI got a tip about brothers. Names start with DMV. Said it was a robbery. Oh. And I don't remember ever hearing about a robbery while when Summer went missing. I don't, and in all the interviews, I never heard him even mention that. Don Wells even mentioned that. End of the driveway. Yeah. So which one was it? And you heard Candace, she in one of the interviews, she was mad because the dogs, she had to put her dogs up because they brought their dogs and it was messing the search dogs up. So she said that in one of her interviews that, or talking, I can't remember if she said that because she didn't do too many interviews, but I can't remember if she said that, when she had her channel. But I remember her saying that. I'm not really sure when she said it. But she was talking about how she had to find a place to put her dogs so it wouldn't mess up the search dogs. Yes, it was my fault. Yep. Yeah, YouTube will get me. Yeah. And he never, because there was one of those questions was asked to Don in one of the interviews, and I can't remember what live I did, but they asked him, does any stuff he's like, sometimes stuff gets stolen from around up here, but it's like gas or something like that. He never mentioned like getting robbed. He just says sometimes stuff gets stolen around here. But then he says this is a good, the beginning, this is a great neighborhood. But then he's like, you're like, okay, it can't be both. It can't be good and trustworthy and then not. Right, maybe Jane. Not a thing. Not a thing. Not a thing. Um, mm-hmm. I totally agree with you, Eve. I totally agree with you. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. 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 11. That's a good question. I'm too honest. That's a good question. Yeah. And they own, right? They own that much. Mm-hmm. Yep. And what, but see, that makes me wonder why the PI came in with that though. Why all of a sudden are you coming in at the 4 year mark with a tip? That how is that tip? Even if it was true, how would that even help Summer's case? That that's the other thing. If it was so important, for one thing, if it was so important, you wouldn't have went straight. You would have went straight to TBI or law enforcement. Why would you go to? I mean, I believe in going to the parents. Don't get me wrong, but you should go to where it needs to go to TBI first. 6 people and 20 dogs. I know. Yeah, that are always gone, right? That's true. They will steal the dumbest things. Yep. Right. They don't have a brain cell, right? Now I'm going to go back in here because I have, let me make that. Go back to StreamYard and go back here. Let me remove this. Okay, let's see. Where did I? Trying to figure out where I put my other stuff at. Hold on, talk amongst yourself. Just a minute. I'm trying to find this video I want to play, if I can find it. Yep. Well, move it just for a second. That took a little bit, but I figured it out. Let's see. Randomly sent to some dude in Utah. Hmm. Oh, is he? Is he? He's like, what is going on with them crazy cats of hers? Crazy cats. Crazy cats. Okay, let's see. Like, what cat is yelling? See, when y'all come to my lives, then your animals can join us too. We can all just happy here together, animals and humans alike. Just hang out. Would you get out of here? Plug in my computer. Um, Southern Soltero, Megan, she has a cat named Rex, and we could always tell like he isn't quite in your face like Salem is, but if he came in there and got right into the computer, we were like, oh, there's bad energy in the chat, and most of the time it was. Most of the time he was correct. Right. Oh yeah, that's a whole different thing, isn't it? Yep. Thank you, Mimi Jean. His wife is a coward. He's a coward. Mm-hmm. And she won't. You can rant all you want. She won't even like that interview right there at they cut this one had that part cut out, but in the beginning, um, the reporter says in the another one that I saw, she's like, Candace was going to join us, but right at the last minute, she opted out because she's still traumatized, and I'm like, so they showed her empty chair there, and I'm like, oh, okay, this whatever. Have a black cat called Mamba, and when CP talks, he hears, "Hey, cats know, man. They know that he has the most irritating voice." Well, sit right on your eye. I know Miss Cat. I do that too. Dusty will get on her keyboard and she'll send me a message. I can't type. The cat's on the keyboard, so she'll send voice messages. Yeah, yeah. Now this one, if it will play like I want it to, is Grandis talking about um, Rose. Let me see if it's going to play. You over here may not be. Let's see if it's going to play. It's awful low, ain't it? I can't make it any louder. It's awful low. You may not be able to hear it. So just kind of let me know if you can. Can you hear it or see it? Could y'all see her or hear her at all? Okay. It's not, I don't know why it's not playing. I'm not sure why it's not playing. It's only a minute, but it's Granda's talking about how that was her baby and she was the youngest, and it's the not knowing. It was only a minute. Would you get out of here? Ugh. But it's the not knowing of where she's at that bothers her. That's about all she said. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't get it to come up. I could hear it was low anyway. It was really low to begin with. I was afraid you wasn't going to be able to hear it. Even if I did get it up there, I was afraid you wasn't going to be able to hear it because it was awful low. I'm not sure why it was so low. Okay, now stop. So I did want to talk a little bit about Jack and Lily Sullivan. I don't know a lot about their case because I've been watching it off and on. I did do a reading on Jack and Lily, but I haven't. Oh, he was watching something today where they found Lily. Really? Oh, I haven't. I haven't watched anything today on them. Um, wow, wouldn't that be? They found Lily, but not. Lily was in the water and passed away. Wow. I did not know that. Was she like didn't think it was true. Don't think it was okay. You haven't seen like any major reports on it? Did they say maybe she could have been? Or did they say um hold on, let's see. Hold on, I'm looking at this right here. Seems like let me look. Okay, let me go back up here. I did not see that, but someone had told me that somebody had said that, and I was like, well, see, Jack has always said that they're alive. I mean, sorry, Daniel has always said that Jack and Lily are alive. And my thought is, well, how do you know that if you had nothing to do with it? So that was odd that but he said that from the beginning. He said that um, from the beginning. So why do you think he would say that so confidently if he didn't know something? It's just odd. It is sad. If that's true, it is sad. Um, I wish I was trying to look and see if I didn't see anything, but I was looking, um, but I didn't see anything on there. I would think it would be a big press thing if if they found them. But then another one said they're both in New Britain. Yeah, see, that was the thing. That was one of my in my description. Was I wanted to ask y'all what y'all thought. Do y'all think that the mom took them and she's hiding them somewhere? Do y'all think she would hide them somewhere like that? And why would she do that? If she's going to hide them, take them, why would she feel the need to hide them? Why do you think if she's going to hide them, why? What would be her reasoning? Would she be hiding them from Daniel, or I mean, is she hiding them because they were going to be taken away? Because I think I'm pretty sure that CPS has Meadow. It is, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Right. Can't put out, yeah, like clickbait, like they like to put clickbait out. Yep. Seen it on Crimecast documentary. Is that like a creator, or is that actually like a like something on TV? You know what I'm trying to say? Right? Yeah. Especially after this long. Yeah, I don't think she hid them either. And if she would, what would she hide them? I mean, why is she hiding them? She would, I mean, you would have to have a really big reason to take your children and hide them. I mean, it would almost have to be like witness protection hiding. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I don't think she hit them either. And I've seen several creators talking about, you know, their big titles are um, the mother hid the children, and then you go in there and it's like they're asking you, and that's why, and I hate that. So that's why in my description I just put, what do y'all think? Because I'm really interested in what y'all think about that. I don't feel like if someone that I was with was abusing my kids, I would pretend to hide them. I think I would just straight up leave them, especially because she went straight to her. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And that's why I was like, why are they putting all this out? Uh, you know, if she felt the need to hide them from their bio father, then she could probably take care of that without hiding them like that. Creator on YouTube. Okay. You never know with the names how now if it's like an actual like cold case kind of show or is actual creator. Produce the children or go to jail. Hey, right, right. Yep, right. Yep. You're right. They should. They should. Because at this point, I mean, he didn't walk out the door. He didn't walk out the door. They've already proven that there's no way he walked out that door. They've already proven that. You can never tell, right? You can't. And it seems like, and I know I don't have a lot of video to show tonight, but sometimes I like to just talk and get people's opinion and stuff. But it seems like lately that it's children seem to be missing um, a lot in this age group of parents. And I don't know, is that just me, or do y'all seem to feel like it's either this age or they're teenagers, and they're finding them, you know, somewhere. And it just seems like the gap in the ages of the parents for the little ones, and then they're either little parents of little kids that are missing, or they're parents of teenagers. They're, it's just weird. Biofather gave up custody and hasn't seen them for 3 years. So that shouldn't be a thing then, right? She shouldn't be worried about him then. If he gave up custody, then he wouldn't get to see him or anything. So if she was gonna, that's why I was like, I want to, because I kept seeing this, and I'm like, we need to go over this and just talk. We don't have no kind of factual information, but let's just discuss it. Why? What are the reasons why you would be hiding a child? They would have to be drastic. You know what I mean? So you're throwing the theory out that she's hiding them, but I mean, you got to look at everything. So if we're going to look at everything that could possibly have happened to Jack and Lily, then we need to say, okay, is it possible that she could be hiding? Okay, so why is she hiding them? Yep. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. And for Sebastian, in my opinion, if he was scared and leaving his home, he's old enough to go to a neighbor's house and ask for help. He wouldn't just and he's smart enough. He knows what he's doing. If he was going to leave on his own, he would have went to a neighbor's house and said, "This is what's happening. Help me." He wouldn't have just wandered around aimlessly and got lost. I just don't believe he would do that. If he was that scared, he would have went to a neighbor's, I believe. That's my opinion. The only why I would think she would hide him is from CPS. Right. It would have to be something like that. CPS, yep. Yep. Because I believe CPS has the little one. And I think they said that he did. I think I read somewhere he did get to see Meadow for a little while. Not long, but I think he got to see her. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. Everyone's luck does run out. Yep. And somebody was like in somebody's chat, I forgot where it's at. They're like, Don's almost 70. He's going to have to slow down soon. And I'm like, wow, is he almost 70? I just sit and think, because I'm not honestly sure how old he is. More reason I don't think Sebastian took off is because he needed medication that Katie tells you he took. Right. He has other hygiene needs that he needed that they told you about, and many more reasons. Right. So yeah. Yeah. He didn't like walking barefooted. He didn't like being in the dark. He didn't like going outside in the dark. He didn't like bugs. I mean, all of the things he don't like, why would he walk out the door barefooted at night? And he don't like bugs. And it's cold. I mean, it was in February. Getting ready to go live with his dad like he wanted, and he didn't take off his own shoes. Right. 100%. 100%. Right. That's what I'm saying. He wouldn't have just wandered around and got lost in the woods or by that pond out there. He would have gotten help. He might have went to a neighbor and said, "Please call my dad," or whatever. But he wouldn't have just got lost in he wouldn't have got lost in the woods. I 100% do not believe that. The day he disappeared, he would have called Seth also. Yeah, yeah. And he didn't have his phone in Texas Roadhouse. I wonder why. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Statistically, or petty teens or parent and step parent. They're anomalies, but generally those apply. Yeah. Isn't that weird how the gap is there? Not that any age is good, but it's just the gap is just so. When you walk, you hear them. It's either little or teenagers. Young pictures of him, wrong description of clothes. Why? Because she didn't want them found. Yep, she did put out young. Yeah, that was like what? Probably he was probably like 2 or 3 years younger in the pictures that she put out. Yep, and then they changed his clothes. Um, couldn't remember the shirt he had on. Then they remembered the shirt he had on. But yet CP wasn't there. Remember? Hmm. Right. One in her pocket and one she. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, because if you watched Mandy's video, she pointed it out to you. I can't remember which video it was, but she pointed out to you. I think it was a short actually that she did where it was in her pocket. You could see it light up in her pocket. She's a disgrace. They are both whole or they're being. I don't know. Yep. Yep. Evil. I mean, I can't. I can't imagine you doing that to your own child and then allowing someone to convince you to do that to your. I mean, there had to have been for you to be able, in my opinion, for you to be able to be convinced, for you to be able to be convinced to hurt your child or to do something else along those lines to your child, there had to have been something there before. You had to have been easily convinced because you could not just be that easily changed into doing something to your own child. You know what I mean? There had to have been something there, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, that's why he didn't have it. Mm, Mr. Chris. I hate that. Yep, exactly. They'll be looking over their shoulders like Barry did. Maybe they'll be living in a trailer park too. Took a picture of them that night. Should have been the picture she put out. Why didn't she? Right. I've always wondered that too. Why didn't she use that picture? Why didn't she? And did they take a picture at, where was it, BJ's? I think she said. Why did they take a picture there? Seemed like a rose gold phone on the tablet at Texas Roadhouse and the other one she had in her hand. Yeah. Yep. Nobody can pinpoint last time saw Rose, Summer, or Sebastian. Different situations, but psychological. Yep. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree that Rose and um, Summer connect. I don't really care if you just look at it as a family thing. I don't know of too many people well, I don't know of any people who have missing. I only know of one person that had a missing family member, but to have two is, I think that is odd. I think that is odd. Um, unless they go like unless a family goes missing together. Now we know a whole family has been missing together. Um, we do know that has happened, but like 10 years apart or 15 years apart, that's odd. Because she went missing in 2009, and then Summer went missing in 2021. That's a lot of years in between there. How can you handle your own? Yeah, beautiful child and lead that way. Yep, yep. CP talked about. You know, I thought that was odd too because I totally get that parents of missing children would want to talk to parents of other missing children. I get that because there's that kind of um, connection that you don't have with somebody else. You both know what it's like to have a missing child, and I totally get that part. I just find it odd that these two parents, which he's really not a parent, but he actually talked to Don Wells, like physically talked to him, is what I was told. And I find that really odd. No, I'm not an energetic teacher. No, I just do I read my tarot cards, and I'm a psychic medium, so I'm a medium, but I don't teach energetic energy. No, I mean I can help you meditate and do things like that, but I can't. I'm not like a personal coach or a teacher that can teach that. That's awesome though. That is an awesome thing. Now I have a friend that's like a Reiki master, um, and my daughter is studying to be a Reiki master. She's also a personal coach. She also does energetic energy, but I'm not one of those. Yeah, it's absolutely barred to her missing. What cult was Uncle Creeper involved in? Yeah, and the son was arrested for SA also, and then all of the stuff that happened with the sisters, and you can't sit and think that something along those lines didn't happen with Rose. um, I just don't believe they didn't know each other. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 She's always. I don't know if may. I try to look at it like she's just a little rough around the edges, and maybe that's why I always thought that. But I don't think that it's just a feeling I keep thinking about her. So I don't really don't. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, no. Mm-mm. Yes, thank you. Yes, Miss Eve, thank you. I want everybody's opinion too, and that's why I'm glad y'all are in here. That's one of the one things I wanted to talk about was the connection with Rose and Summer. I believe it's just more than just family. So what I want to do is for next week, I'm going to try to find some more stuff on Rose. Um, I want to dig a little further into that, and talk about maybe if I can get in for more information about the day she disappeared. I don't know. There's not a lot out there, but I'm going to try. Um, and talk a little bit more about Summer, and the connection there. And if y'all want to, we can start talking about Jack and Lily. If y'all want to talk about Jack and Lily, we can just start discussing them. Um, or we can do another case if y'all would like to. I'm sad to leave Summers, and I don't want to leave Summers, but I don't know what more we can talk about, other than here and there with Summer. A partner that mods in my channel does energetic work. That's right, he does. He does. Yep. Mm-hmm. Chief Wisdom. Yep, he does. He does. He does. Oh, okay. I was thinking it was the other. Okay, grandest brother. Yep. 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 Chief Wisdom is in Megan's chats. He's a mod. I've known both of them for a long time. So if you know somebody that wants to speak with him, just you can go over to Megan's channel and leave her a message in one of comments in one of her things, or send me a comment or a message, and I have my email, I think, in my description. If not, and Megan can put hers in there too. If do you give out your email, Megan? Grandest brother, and he lives in Utah, doesn't he? I'm honest. Yes, you need to, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit. Me and Megan have known each other for a while, like since 2018. And we are very good friends. We talk in and out of here, out of YouTube and Facebook and everything. We just call each other and talk with each other. And we've always done, positive, no drama. I am a no drama. I hate drama, and I won't do it. I don't address it, and I don't do it. We just avoid it because it brings bad energy in, and that's not what I want. I want good energy for my channel, and I want good people to hang out. And so you're just not going to get drama here. I can't do it. So we do love to spread positive energy and talk and just be good to each other, So thank you for that. I'm glad you feel the good energy here. I appreciate that. That's what I want to hear. I'm glad for that. I'm very glad for that. And Megan also reads tarot cards. She's also a medium. Yeah. Right. Energy does not. Hey, I'm blunt too. I have learned. You can ask Megan. I have learned to not say it so bluntly on here because you can get in trouble for it. Me and Megan, we just kind of bounce. Our energies are so good because we're both. I'm a Capricorn, Earth sign. I also have that Aries moon, so I've got the Aries there, and then I've got Pisces over here, and so Megan also has Earth in her chart, and we just are just good together. We're good friends, and we're good together. Rose, okay. I will I would love to talk about Rose. Hopefully, I can find some more on her. And maybe do another reading and put that on my other channel so that because it's been 3 years. Well, yeah, it'll be 3 years. Yep. It's not leaving summer all. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they always somehow all connect with the beautiful children we are searching for. That's true. That's true. There is Megan's Gmail. I forget. I just physically talk to her on the phone, so I forget she has a Gmail. Yes, he is. That's why I said, I was gonna try to keep, my spiritual stuff on the other channel, but sometimes they go to get, they coincide together. And I just see dark, just black energy. And I don't mean that in a negative way, like because of the color I chose or anything. It's just when you see energy that's good or bad, you see different shades of energy, white, gray, and I just see dark, just dark energy, dark feeling, dark energy. It just surrounds them. There is no light there. Yeah. Oh, nice positive vibes. We try to, yeah. Me too. I am so glad we've been friends for so long. Me too. You're a Pisces, TJ? So you're dreamy and like to, us Pisces, we have that fantasy side and the dream side, and we're emotional, and we have that, we do get a look. We have the dramatic side. Pisces are dramatic sometimes, but that's my rising sign. So you got earth, wind, and fire, or earth, water, and fire sign. There we go. Yes, we did. We did. YouTube bosses are always. You're right, Big Brother. That's what TJ reminded me of earlier. He's like, "Watch how you say that," and I'm glad I got y'all to do that. There you go, Capricorn, Aquarius. Yep. So if you're not subscribed to the Looking Glass Tarot, go over there. I try to do cards of the day. I missed my card of the day today because I had some unexpected stuff happen and I was unable to get out here. And then I had my live. So, but normally I do a card. I try to do a card of the day. I'm trying to get back into them again. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sweet. And Megan's too, because she does readings too. She just hasn't been doing readings like she used to. She's been doing some true crime stuff, and Sebastian's really close to her heart. So she's really focusing on Sebastian. She also has Andrew, sweet Andrew, on the spectrum, and he is her son. And so she knows she can definitely relate to Sebastian, and he's close to her heart. So check her out, definitely. Yep, there it is. See, she's a double Virgo, Megan. Yes. Yep. So we will do Rose then. You're an Aries. See there? Look at this. All this sweet energy in here. Yes. Mimi Jean's Pisces. Mm-hmm. And I know we got that Pisces. We have that fantasy side. That's why we're Pisces, because we have that dreamy, emotional. Sometimes our cups way overflowing, and we have a lot to say, but we have that natural want to take care of people and stuff like that. But you're right, TJ. Right. Right. Yes. See, that's what I laugh about, because when I do things sometimes, like my Capricorn side, you're earth. So you're very grounded, and you want stability, and you want things in order, how they go. And you make a plan and you don't want to deviate from that. You got 8 things on here. Well, this is your plan. This is how you're going to deviate. You're going to go through here. You're going to do one step at a time. And then your Aries comes in there and says, you know, go for it. Go for it. Just have some fun, you know. And then you got Pisces over here going, you know. So you kind of have to balance them out. Yeah. Right. Right. Oh. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I was watching a Creator Day covering Crystal Rogers' trial out of Kentucky. I hope the foots and the socks realize they are not going to go right what they've done. Right. I don't think they will either, Annie. I honestly believe that they are going to. I don't think that Sebastian's case is going to be as long as Summers. I get more discouraged with Summers' case because I mean it when I do like little mini readings just to see if I'm going to do a longer one, it's just like stuck. There's no movement at all in Summers' case. None. Not even nobody. I mean, they're not even picking up the paper and looking at it. It is just like no movement. No movement. Yep. Hmm? Reading I did um on Jack and Lily. Is that what you're asking, TJ? Yep. Mm-hmm. That fire. Oh, German and Italian. So yeah, you do kind of have a little bit of a. I don't know. Do you have? Could you say being German and Italian that you might? I don't want to say have a temper, but you. Um, I don't know. Would it be the? I don't think it's a temper. I think you just get excited quicker. I think that's what. Right. Yeah. To level you out. Yeah. I'm just Southern and well, me too. I'm Southern too. Maybe that's part of the reason why. You're a true Pisces? Yeah, yeah. Because Pisces is your sun sign? Is it your sun sign, TJ? Yeah, Megan's in Texas. So, yep. Right. I think so too. I agree. To be honest for this, I agree. Right. There's nothing wrong with having a good time. Yep. I'm just not like I don't like parties, so I don't like going out to parties, and I don't like big crowds. I'm just not a big crowd person like that. I'd rather be honestly, I'd rather be in a small place or at home or in nature. I'm not real big on like I don't go to concerts. I don't care for concerts. I don't care to go to the movie theater. Um, because I just pick up so much energy when I do go that I just and I sometimes I have real bad headaches when I get in big crowds. So every once in a while, I'll go to I'll go to a Saints football game. That don't bother me too bad because you're kind of spread out a little bit. But I don't do concerts and stuff like that. I just can't do them. I didn't do one on Lolly. Like on Lolly, like a creator? I didn't do a reading on her. Floridian background. Appalachian, but by okay. That's a difference, ain't it? Appalachian and then Floridian. That's a difference, right? Oh, thank you, Eve. I appreciate you, sweet lady. Thank you. Red. Oh, you're a redhead too. Well, and I knew Italians did. I wasn't sure about Germans though. I knew Italians did. 100 from Germany. She will tell people she shook Hitler's hands. Oh wow, she's wild and really old. Oh. You can get my HTJ. I told you. Oh. Oh. 61. Oh. Going on 7. Hey, young at heart, right? Irish background and get fired up. I'm considered a witch, but a. Right? Yep. You'll find your crowd. That's right. Hey, if you consider me one of those, then you'll probably leave me alone. Then you'll probably leave me alone. No problem, TJ. No problem. You might have heard me say Jack and Lily and thought I said Lolly. She's a spicy jalapeno. Cute. Then I know you know TJ. I go wherever the good mood strikes. Hate movies, but concerts I can jam anything per 80s. Yeah, I like the 80s too. Yep. Yep. I like the 80s too. I do too. I just can't do like concerts and stuff like I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. So we will do Rose. We will talk about Rose and I will try to find some more stuff. I will also look at some more creators and maybe do what TJ said. I'll just like play it and then cut some music in there and then talk and then just keep it from being struck. Oh, yep. I like 80s and I like 70s because I was born in late 60s, but I like 70s and 80s and some 90s music I do. Oh, and I'm hoping, what's today? Today's Thursday. So I hope that I can go live on the Looking Glass. I want to have, and I know Megan will join me, um, but I plan to have Megan and Aussie True Crime. I want to have her up and Mandy when Mandy's not busy. Um, but it may just be me and Megan. I know Aussie has, time difference over there. So we're going to have to, it may have to be during the day, like earlier in the day with her, because I respect that she has sleep. So we may have to figure out a daytime that we can do with Aussie. So, because I really want to have her up here also. Um, but we'll do that on the Looking Glass. And me and Megan can get up there and maybe do some readings and talk and share. Megan has lots of knowledge on crystals and readings and different things, and we can talk and discuss. And if you have any questions, we may can answer them. And about energy and candles, Megan used to do candle work, so she can talk to you about that too. So that sounds like a lot of fun. I know she'll join me. Um, for the show. Uh-oh, we're getting badges. We're getting badges now, huh? Yep. But yeah, and I will also see if I can find that other video. I had it in my playlist and I don't know why it wouldn't play. So I may try to go and find a better one that's louder. Um, because that one I could barely hear, so I figured y'all wouldn't be able to hear it. So I will probably go and try to find a better video. It's just the interview of Grandis. Um, about Rose. And I want to get her flyer also um, and put up here so we can see her flyer, um, Rose's flyer, because I don't think it's been updated since she went missing, to be honest. And if you, I don't know if this is true or not, but if you don't have family that goes and fights for you missing, I think it just stops. Like if people don't um, go up there and say, hey, my loved one's been missing. How many years is this? Do they just leave it as a cold case, or if you go up there and speak to them, do they even attempt? Do they just tell you they're going to do something and not doing it? I mean, I wonder where do they just stop completely doing anything with your case? I know that it becomes a cold case and it goes on the shelf. I understand that, but if you don't have family that comes up and bothers law enforcement about it, then they really do get put in the background, which is really sad. And so my point of that is probably Rose is getting nobody's probably going and asking about her case. Hey, have y'all got any clues? Have that probably getting nothing. Um, there was a case that I did on my other channel. Let's see if I can find her name. She has been missing. See if I can find it. So she went missing November 2nd, 1978. So she's been missing 47 years. And her daughter, has started like a Facebook for her. So I am hoping, that they'll move in that case. So I guess that's why I asked that question. If there's not family to go and say what happened to my loved one, then I guess it just goes up as a cold case and never looked at again. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun, Megan. It will. You love opera? Oh, that's all right. Well, I would think, yeah. I would think you would have somebody that would like to sing opera. Yeah. Oh, nice. I have a cousin that can play just about anything. He has a YouTube channel, but he can play the violin, he can play guitars, he can play He can sing. It's just like he can just do anything. That's right. Let's scream for these babies. Yeah. Yep. Right. Go to the ends of the universe to save them. None. Yep. Right. That's my point. If you have family that will go, and like Monkey, his mama is not giving up. And that's how I would be. I would be like every day calling every day. Have you learned any? And I don't care if you get aggravated with me. And if I call you and you ignore my phone call, then I'm coming up there. Then I'm going to visit you. I'm probably going to call you every day and at least visit once a day. What have you found out? What do you know? Have you heard any? You know what I mean? So, and none of these, other than Seth, he is, but none of these others are. Bass, clarinet, flute, piccolo. Wow, that is a host of stuff. My uncle used to play the bass. Um, Stand-up bass. Sorry. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Very talented. Yes. Well, you go have fun in the pool, Mimi Jean. We are getting off of here in just a minute. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you. I so appreciate your support, lady. Thank you. Thank you. And enjoy your dip in the pool. Yes, thanks everybody for spending time with us. I do appreciate y'all. And this is getting off a lot earlier than I'm just now coming on. So this was nice to get on here early and um, get to see people in here, get to see peeps in here. So we will talk about Rose, and I'll get some more information and have it. Hopefully, I can find some more information, and hopefully I can find another video of Grandis talking because that one was too low. Let's see, not one, not did overseas King's fame. No, right. That's my thing about that. None of them are even looking for, talking about Rose. They're not talking about Rose. They're not talking about Summer. All you hear is how bad they've got it. How many times their house has been searched. They can't go do this and they can't. I mean, that's all you hear. You don't hear, I've talked to law enforcement. No, I just let the private investigators take care of it. What private? Since when? So, but yeah, we will talk about Rose, and we will keep incorporating Summer in there, and we will, of course, always have interruptions with Salem because he is that way. So yes, she does. I agree. And I'm going to get her flyer because I know there's a flyer. And I do know there are some videos out. They may not have a lot of different information than I already have, but I'm going to go searching and look, and I'm going to try to find something. Because I'd kind of like to know just kind of like the type of person she was, because we don't know a whole lot. Like, what did she like, or where did she work, or just different things. It kind of makes you more personable, and lets you get to know the person a little better. So I kind of like to try to find some stuff like that. Keep searching your. Yep, go do wherever. And I'm not going to leave my house. I'm not going to move or go away and help somebody. I don't care if it is the stepdad. He's never needed her before to go do that, right? So I'm surely not going to leave my house and leave a blanket on the porch. Yes, please, please come back next week. Yes, it has been a very good show. Good night, TJ. Good night. Good night, everybody. That's right. Stay safe. Stay cool if you're in a hot place. If you're in a warm place, cold place, stay warm. Stay happy. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy your weekend. Um, and I will see you back here next week. If I don't see you over on my other channel, you're welcome to come over there. Thank you to all my mods, Miss Eve, TJ, all Appalachia Skies was in here, Miss Smith, Megan was in here. So please, everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. Have a great evening. And remember, be kind to everyone, everywhere, and especially be kind to yourself. Love y'all. Have a great night. Bye.